What does this company, toilet paper, and this image have in common? A little less than nothing, and yet they are very tightly connected in a cause-effect formula. Nothing to do with conspiracy theories. This will be a simple observation of how history builds itself, the beauty of chain mass-scale events shaping up human existence. How the dream of three young boys who founded a company at a Denny's roadside diner was met with a health crisis and propelled human evolution into its next phase of the digital era. Welcome to Blank Note. Let's go back in time. Approximately 30 years ago, in the early 90s, when the personal computer was actually starting to become a thing. At the time, there was a debate among engineers about what is the future of computing and how should software be run. The most common opinion was that the central processing unit should do all the work, the most commonly referred as the processor of a gadget. But there was also a group of professionals who believed that certain applications, namely more challenging graphic tasks, would need acceleration. Among the bunch, 30-year-old ex-AMD microprocessor designer Jensen Huang, Sun Microsystem engineer Chris Malachowski, and IBM graphic designer Curtis Priam. The three men founded a company in a meeting at a Denny's roadside diner in East San Jose. They had one goal in mind: Hollywood 3D graphics for the computer of your very own room. Following a very difficult path, in 1999, they released the very first graphics processing unit, the GeForce 256. Basically a card that is plugged into the PC's motherboard, which will add more computing power to the CPU. By 2000, they were the exclusive graphics provider of Microsoft Xbox, and to this day remains the go-to alternative for PC gaming acceleration. Their chips are now being used everywhere: data centers, cloud computing, cars, and so on. It definitely had its fair share of tumbles. The company faced near bankruptcy 3 times following risky ventures like Tegra mobile line of processors. But some of those risks really paid off, like the enormous 2012 bet. AlexNet is considered like the AI Big Bang. It was basically a new neural network which demonstrated incredible accuracy in image recognition, which, by chance, was powered by NVIDIA's CUDA. Released in 2007, CUDA is a computing platform and programming model that changes how NVIDIA GPU works from serial to parallel computing. Basically taking a task and attacking it with much smaller machines all at the same time instead of one hit at a time. Turns out this was very efficient for machine learning as well. A turning point for the company.
This way of doing software could change everything. Every chip that we made was focused on artificial intelligence.
Now, take a look at this graph. NVIDIA went public in 1999 and its stock price stayed flat most of the time until a major health crisis hits the world. You know, the one who made the world's richest country inhabitants fight in supermarket aisles over toilet paper.
I just want one pack. No, not one pack.
And besides sharing born in a house and in a house board reels, the best way to spend the day was this.
Yes! Yes! Get it! Quit! Quit!
The demand for Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC gaming skyrocketed. Out of the 4, PlayStation is the only one to not include any kind of tech from NVIDIA. And add to that the crypto mining demand for computing power, the sky-high demand for powerful servers, and cloud computing as most jobs went digital. In contrast to competitors like Intel, NVIDIA was able to leverage this opportunity by successfully remaining within product development and release dates and creating hype among gamers and not only. The third quarter of the 2020, the company reported sales of $4.7 billion. a whopping 57% increase from the previous year. All of this money was not turbo, but a supercharger to NVIDIA's AI bet. A well-invested bet, which culminated with this: NVIDIA A100. The very core unit behind amazing enterprises like Microsoft's ChatGPT and Google's Bard. An 8-pack ranges between $50,000 to $200,000. Silicon Valley's companies are literally bragging to each other about who owns more of it. ChatGPT, for example, was trained on 10,000 A100s. And the next generation, H100, is on the way. All of this boom in AI generative text, AI generative art that can cover buildings, instantaneous live translations, breakthroughs in DNA analyzing, medical calculations that would take weeks now take hours. They all rely, usually, on NVIDIA technology. But of course, the yin to AI's yang is the malicious, dangerous use of it. The internet is now flooded with images like this, deepfakes like this, voice impersonations like this,
I am not Morgan Freeman.
news like this. Not everyone has the knowledge to distinguish real from fake. And just like we did with the fake news during Covid-19, humanity has to adapt more filters in its media now. We are not in any way saying that this is the sole responsible party in this AI boom. But what could have taken the industry decades to develop, the pandemic world halt G-forced it into just a few years. So yeah, we now have this tool in our hands. It's all up to us how we are going to put it into use. But isn't it beautiful how 3 young boys thinking out of the box triggered a chain of events? At some point they met with Mother Nature and helped humanity to evolve further. This is Yonka. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one.